Rin had always believed that love was something gentle, something that arrived quietly and stayed forever. She grew up watching people fall in love easily, as if hearts were made to connect without effort. But her own heart never followed those rules. When she first met Khem, it wasn't love that she felt. It was comfort. He entered her life like a calm evening after a long, exhausting day. Khem listened when she spoke, noticed the smallest changes in her expressions, and stayed when everyone else slowly disappeared. Over time, his presence became routine, and that routine slowly turned into dependency. Khem, however, mistook that dependency for love. Every smile from Rin felt like hope. Every moment together felt like destiny. He loved her quietly at first, hiding his feelings behind jokes and kindness, convincing himself that one day she would look at him the same way. Rin never promised him love, yet she never stopped him either. She enjoyed the warmth he gave, unaware, or perhaps unwilling to accept, that his heart was already breaking in silence. Khem's love grew deeper with time, heavier with unspoken words. He memorized Rin's habits, the way she stirred her coffee absent-mindedly, the way she stared out of windows when lost in thought, the way her voice softened when she spoke about dreams she never fully believed in. To him, she was everything he had been searching for. He imagined a future where her laughter filled empty rooms and her presence turned loneliness into home. Yet Rin's heart remained distant, untouched by the depth of his feelings. She cared for him, protected him, but never crossed the invisible line between affection and love. Sometimes, she tried to convince herself that maybe love would come later, that feelings could be learned with time. But deep inside, she knew the truth. Her heart was closed, shaped by wounds from a past she never spoke about. Khem sensed this distance but chose to ignore it, believing love was about patience and sacrifice. He thought if he loved her enough, she would eventually love him back. What he didn't know was that some hearts are not meant to open, no matter how gently you knock. The moment of truth arrived slowly, not in anger or tears, but in exhaustion. Rin began to feel the weight of Khem's expectations, the silent hope in his eyes every time he looked at her. His love started to feel like pressure, not because he demanded anything, but because she knew she could never give him what he deserved. One quiet night, under dim city lights, she finally spoke the words she had been avoiding for years. Her voice trembled as she confessed that she could not love him. Not now, not ever. She told him that he deserved someone who could return his feelings fully, someone who wouldn't hesitate or doubt. Khem listened without interrupting, his face calm, while his heart shattered piece by piece. He had imagined rejection, but he was never prepared for honesty. The pain wasn't just in her words, but in her certainty. Rin wasn't choosing to leave him. She was choosing to be truthful, and that truth destroyed every dream he had quietly built around her. After that night, silence replaced everything they once shared. Khem walked away carrying memories that felt heavier than reality itself. He questioned every moment, every smile, wondering if any of it had been real. Yet despite the pain, he never hated Rin. Love, even when denied, doesn't turn into hatred. It turns into quiet sorrow. Rin, on the other hand, felt an emptiness she couldn't explain. Losing Khem didn't break her heart, but it left a hollow space where warmth once existed. She realized too late that while she never loved him, she had relied on his presence to survive her own loneliness. Now, without him, she was forced to face herself. Nights became longer, thoughts louder. She wondered if something was wrong with her, if she was broken beyond repair. But deep down, Rin understood that love cannot be forced, and denying it was kinder than pretending. Still, kindness didn't erase guilt, and honesty didn't remove regret. Years passed, and life moved forward for both of them, though in different directions. Khem eventually learned how to love again, but he carried Rin's memory like a scar, healed, yet permanent. She taught him that love is not about holding on, but knowing when to let go. Rin continued her life quietly, never fully opening her heart to anyone else. Sometimes, she thought of Khem and wondered what life could have been if love had come naturally to her. But fate had already decided their story. They were never meant to love each other in the same way. Their connection existed only to teach them a painful truth, that love cannot be borrowed, earned, or demanded. It must be mutual, or it will destroy both hearts. And so, Their story remained what it was always meant to be: denied love. A reminder that some hearts are never meant to love, no matter how deeply they are loved.